What are some of the common questions that you have when people may be coming to you for the first time? Because again, I want to be sure that people who are listening and who are viewing this get a full understanding of, like, we have to take control of um, our taxes and our finances, right? I think this
Mhm,
country is ran like a business, and I think we have to
mhm,
run our personal lives like a business, right? And a
mhm,
lot of times we don't do that. A lot of times we just uh, do what we have to do to get a refund check at the end of when it's tax time, and we
mhm,
get that $10,000 refund check, and then we blow it, or we do whatever, whatever
mhm.
the case may be. So I want to be sure that we, as Black folks specifically, have a better understanding of how we can manage our money throughout the year like it's a business, and how we can take advantage of these tax laws. But what are some of the most common misconceptions or questions that you might have for people coming to you for the first time?
Okay, awesome. So I don't want to give you most common questions. I want to give you the questions people don't know to ask
Mm,
that will come back to haunt them
mhm,
later.
that's good.
Because as you mentioned, and I get it, I get it. Sometimes these tax refunds are the largest amount of money you have in your hand at one time throughout the year. I get it. If you're getting back 10 grand, when other than tax time do you have that much money in your
Hmm.
hand?
Right.
So I get it. However, in getting that large of a refund, what that generally tells me is that you're not making oftentimes very much money. And where that comes in is that maybe you have taken a ton of write offs, and that will come back to bite you, especially when you're trying to get financing.
Mm,
I see this so often, Dion, and it's really sad because people will come to me and say, "Hey, I want to buy a house." And the first thing I say, which is what the mortgage lender will say, "Let me see your last two tax returns." And they have written off so much that it looks like they didn't make any money,
mm,
which at the time, that $10,000 refund felt great. Oh, we got 10 stacks, 10 bands. Yes, let me have it. I get it. But then 2 years from now, you don't qualify for anything that you want to actually buy.
mhm, mhm,
So, what people don't ask me is, how will this affect me going forward? And
mhm.
I'm a big proponent of making sure you understand the decisions you make today to get that big refund can come back to haunt you two
Mhm,
years from now.
mhm, mhm. Do people, at one time, when I was a young man, just starting work in the job, in the job world, there was this thing, and I don't know if people still do this, but you would start a job, and then they would ask you how many dependents that you have, and you would put nine.
Hmm. Hmm.
And you don't have no kids, no nothing, but you would
Hmm.
put, and I don't even know if I should be sharing this, but I'm sure there's some sort of statute of limitations. Um, I'm not even speaking from experience. It's just what I heard. This
Right.
is what I
What
heard on the
you
street.
heard.
What I
Right.
heard,
You heard.
right? You would put that you got nine dependents, and you don't have not a child or
Hmm.
nothing, but you would do that so they could take the least amount of money out of your check. Is that still a thing? Like, do people still do that? Is that still common?
Yeah.
And if it
Yeah.
is, like, what is it? Is it does it make sense to do?
Okay. So that is very much still common.
Mm,
People do it all the time, and sometimes they do it inadvertently, and sometimes they do it intentionally.
mhm.
So
Everybody I know did it intentionally, but
I'm trying to be kind,
right.
Dion. I'm
Okay,
trying to be
okay,
kind.
okay.
Okay.
Got it. Got it. Got it. Got it. Got it.
If you are doing it inadvertently, please talk with someone to figure out how to do your W-4. If you are doing it intentionally, stop. Stop it. Because what's happening is you're telling Uncle Sam that you have all of these people that you support on this paycheck. So Uncle Sam says, okay, well, you can't contribute anything from your pay. Well, fast forward to tax time, Uncle Sam expects you to reconcile. Okay, all year you said you were supporting all these people. Okay, let's square up. Let's see the tax return. Let's reconcile. Oh, you don't have 9 people to claim? Oh, okay. So that $6,000
Mhm.
that you should have been paying piece by piece, run me my money now.
Now you gotta pay like you weigh.
Run me my money.
Mhm, mhm,
Run
mhm,
me my money. That's
mhm.
what Uncle Sam is saying.
Right.
So the withholdings are really your opportunity to pay your tax debt over time, interest free.
Mhm, mhm, mhm. So, in terms of, because we have a lot of people who are, um, they're entrepreneurs. They may work in the gig economy. They may do,
Hmm.
do things like Uber. They may do
Hmm.
things like, tutoring on the side, things like that. What are some things that they need to watch out for, or they need to understand, as a part of getting their taxes ready for what's this, 2023, for this year?
Yes. Okay. Oh my goodness, Dion. So we could have a whole another session on gig economies,
Mhm.
side hustles.
Mm.
We could have a whole session. So please have me back just for that because I
Okay.
have a lot to say.